I was nervous, but sorry sir, I don't know about this.
So start playing video games. I have the pleasure of presenting before you Arsia Sarmai, who has made it into Navy as a pilot. So that's a great thing. She was with us in the month of July, and she cleared her SSB in the first week of August. She has done a BTech in computer science with artificial intelligence. And when she came here, she was a Saturday, Sunday batch student. And initially, of course, when I saw her, I met her, even Colonel Sinha, when he met her, initially, we thought that she needs to keep on working harder and harder, which we definitely pressurized her to do so. And she did hard work, and over a period of time, she kept on showing progress. So I wouldn't be wasting much of her time. I will give the mic to her, and she will tell you briefly about what she learned here, and she will also talk to you about the Bangalore SSB where she went, how it went off, and then subsequently you all can ask her any questions if you have any. And I have the pleasure of even informing you that Group Captain Vaz had assessed her before she left, because he had probably just joined by then. She had just done one of her papers there. Yeah, over to Arsia.
Hi everyone. So just 1 month back, I was also sitting there like feeling so nervous what would be my SSB would be like. So it was my first attempt and it was for Navy pilot. I got recommended from 12 SSB Bangalore. So I'm working in Pune, so I came here on Saturday and Sundays. So I would say that Gurudeva's Academy has given me a strong foundation, because being a fresher, we didn't have any idea about what all processes are conducted in SSB and what all the important things we have to keep in mind before going there. So obviously Gurudeva's Academy has helped me to build that foundation and get to know what pointers to keep in mind in every test. If I start with my experience, so the one mantra that I had kept in my mind for all the test processes, it was to be confident. Because it was my first attempt, it is obvious that one would be nervous before any test, but don't let it show on your face. Be confident every time. So actually the feedback that I got here every time, it was to speak loud. Everybody said, Arshia, speak loud. So that I kept in mind, and in my PPDT, I was the first one and I spoke loud, and it actually drew everyone's attention, and everybody listened to my story so carefully that even the people that were sitting with me, they remembered my story after the PPDT also.
So this is a lesson to be learned by all of you, that we keep on telling you that you should, as far as the group discussion is concerned, unless you speak, you are not going to make yourself known there. Yeah.
So that was my experience for PPDT. I would say that it is being confident about the narration, and participating in GD is the thing. And one would definitely get screened in if you follow this. And about the psych test, just before my SSB, my psych test was assessed by sir. So I got the feedbacks. So I actually implemented them in my SSB, and during the psych test also, I was very sure that I have written good stories. So I was very confident about my psych test. And after that, in my interview, I would say that be confident about every answer you give. Even if the interviewer actually asks you the same question multiple times, be confident. So even if you don't know all the answers, just keep smiling and tell them like very honestly that, sorry sir, I don't know about this. So that is the thing that I would say for interview. And GTO task, actually it is all the tests that happen over here in Gurudeva's, they are more than enough to make you succeed in GTOs. So yes, the one thing that I would say is be confident, whatever you say, that would actually make you succeed.
So Arsia, did you really find anything difficult there when you are doing your GTO task, that you are not able to get ideas or anything?
No sir, I would say that was not the case, because here in Gurudeva's, I had attempted GTO task like 10 times. So it actually gave me an edge over there.
Good.
So
here we have got Rahul sir, Lamya ma'am, your Himani, who give you so many ideas
yes, sir,
how to go about doing the task. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So you all should take advantage of that, and give your best. Unless you give your best, you're not going to get success. So don't keep quiet. Don't hold yourself back. Give out. Come out. Don't stay in your own cocoons. Yeah.
So that was all about my experience for SSB.
Right. So any questions, please?
In the interview question,
Yeah.
most of the question rapid fire, how you deal while.
So most of the questions were like in rapid fire. It was the same questions that Gurudeva's Academy has taught us. But in my interview, it was something different because the interview has asked, for example, education, father, mother. So when I was talking about my education, he started cross-questioning. And when I gave that answer, he then repeated his questions only. So it was not very difficult for me because he kept repeating his questions. The basic questions were all the naval ports that we have. Then the principles of that aircraft and ship. There were not much questions. It was also about the engines, the engine of the ship. And yes, mostly they were focusing on the ports and all the neighboring countries we have.
What are the questions you tried to solve?
So that engine question, I would say that I told them the basic, but I was not very confident about that. So there were no hard questions as such. So if you are well prepared for
So what
all
she
the
has
questions,
basically told you is when you are going in for any of all the naval cadets who want going to the Navy, you should know about the various ports and what is happening in the present circumstances. You should know about it, like Russia-Ukraine war is going on. So you should know the route to that place, if at all. Yeah? If he wants to ask you a question. If you're flying from place A to place B, which are the places that you would be crossing? Those are the
Yes,
type
sir.
of geographical questions mostly. Yeah?
yes.
How was your experience with PAVT and CPSS?
So CPS is a test. You do not require any training or coaching for that. CPSS, we have two parts. First one is the cognitive test. In that, you will be given some pictures of the airplanes and you will be given multiple options. So you have to select the option like the altitude or height or what can be the direction of that plane. Also, the second test was you were given meters. You have to find the position of the aircraft. It had reasoning questions. So also it has quantitative questions. So it was like 5 or 6 tests of cognitive ability. The people who pass that test, they go to the phase 2, that is psychomotor test.
Machine test.
Yes, sir, machine test. So it has like 8 or 9 games sort of things. So basically they check the coordination between your hands and your feet. You have pedals and a joystick. So they will be giving you instructions about that, how to play that game, what you have to do in that. So yes, that was about the CPSS test.
How many people have a flying branch here? Raise your hand.
Only one. Okay. So start playing video games. Not, it's a joke, but you should understand that you will understand what you are supposed to do. They will give you enough time to understand that.
They give you practice questions.
Practice also
and
questions.
Practice for that.
Yeah. So don't worry on that. You should be able to.
Since CPSS is only like it's a once in a lifetime
Yes.
test, so it must have pressurized you to a bit as you are aspiring for flying.
Yes.
And I can feel that you must have been like
Yes.
put in most of your efforts for it. So didn't it like impact you or pressurize you at the time of giving those tests?
I was nervous before that test, but obviously being nervous would not help in clearing that test. So for the cognitive test, I was very sure because it is an easy test, the reasoning, folding, unfolding pictures. And psychomotor test is basically games. So nothing else. It is an easy test, not very hard. So, yes.
Right? So no questions. So let's give her a big hand to have made it into Navy. And it's your turn going to be next. So you all should be aspiring to be sitting here on the stage and talking to other students when they are there in front of you. Yeah? So you should aspire for that. All of you. Work hard. All right? Thank you. So thank you, Arshia. Wish you all the best.